Hello, good evening and welcome. You're watching the Monday edition of Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. And on this edition, we are going to ask one question to our viewers. Viewers, what is your thought on working 14 hours a day? Now, let's tell you why we are asking this question. Because on the heels of a massive controversy over the job quota proposal for locals, the Karnataka government has come up with another proposal that has raised the heckles of the IT sector. Now, this time, the Siddaramaiah-led government in the state of Karnataka is planning or is mulling to increase the daily working hours of the IT and ITES, that is the Information Technology Enabled Services, to about 14 hours. As per the current rule, the daily working hours are capped at 10 hours, including overtime. With Bengaluru being the IT capital, the move has raised shackles of the IT sector. However, Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has gone on to say that the final decision would be taken only after discussions with all stakeholders. Let's listen into that reaction.
I may oppose, you may oppose. We have to take them into conference. It is the working hours will be different from the outer part of the country on the international timings. So we will discuss with them. We will call all of them and look at. We want them to have a very peace atmosphere.
The new proposal has irked the Karnataka State IT Employees Union. Now, the union has gone ahead and slammed this plan, calling it inhumane. And it has also held protests. It has also accused the government of, in fact, going ahead with a proposal or wanting to go ahead with a proposal which is not favorable in any way. Let's listen into those reactions.
This was something that was proposed earlier as well in states like Andhra, Haryana as well, but it was shot down for various reasons. Right. It's now been proposed in Karnataka. You all were present in that meeting as well with the government. What really happened?
It says that on an average 14 hours employers work. So it's absolutely unacceptable. It is never been in the history like any government has suggested such an amendment. So this is absolutely inhuman. We don't have to show any facts or proof that why is it. It's a basic common sense person cannot work for 14 hours. If you are working for 12 to 14 hours, so instead of 3 shifts, employees can be made to work in 2 shifts. So what will that impact is that 1/3 of the employees who are working in this shift-based support or shift-based assistance work. So these people might be kicked out and replaced by the remaining 2/3 of the employees. So 1/3 of the population working in these related industries will be kicked off the work.
Prominent citizens of Bengaluru, like Mohandas Pai, the chairman of RN Capital, has also expressed disapproval of the 14-hour proposal. Now, citing NASSCOM's statement, Mohandas Pai has gone on to say that employees are asked not to work beyond 48 hours per week. He also said that one may have to work for 14 hours daily only during an emergency. This should only happen if there's an emergency. Let's listen in.
There are some false narrative that are being said that the law is being changed to ask people to work 14 hours a day. NASSCOM has said very clearly nobody is asking for more than 48 hours per day, which is 48 hours per week, which is the law. People should be allowed to work 14 hours on any day where there is an emergency. The flexibility in the working hours in a day, not increasing the working hours per week or increasing the working hours of overtime, etc.
But what is the Labour Minister of the state saying? The Labour Minister goes on to say that they have come up with this proposal and there's even a discussion around it because there was intense pressure from the IT sector. But they also go on to clarify that they are yet to proceed with anything that is a formal rule. Let's listen in.
Bill has come to us because the IT industries, it's not the minister who has bought himself, the industries has pressurized him. So this bill has come to us. Still we are evaluating from the Labour Department. I want all the heads of the industries to discuss on this. Now it's an open domain, right? People are free, so they express for everything. So I want all the big heads on this to be debated, express their view. And since this matter has come into the public, there are so many dissents among the IT employees. I want people to have their opinion. Based on to that, definitely we as a department we will look into what has to be done.
There are leaders of the BJP, though, who are saying that if the Karnataka state government goes ahead with this, right now there are people who work in 3 shifts. But if this rule is imposed, that is a 14-hour workday rule is imposed, many people will lose their jobs because only 2 shifts will be working in organizations. Let's listen into that response from the BJP.
By doing this, they will reduce the number of shifts from 3 to 2, which means 1/3 of the employees will become berozgar, will become unemployed. They have not given the promised sarkari jobs, now make more people unemployed, burden them with high prices. We have seen that sometimes they bring the reservation bill and then in the night they take it back. All of this is being done to divert attention. Divert attention from what? Muda scam 5,000 crores, Rice scam 120 crores, Valmiki scam 180 crores, diversion of SC/ST funds 14,000 crores. Where is Rahul Gandhi? Missing in action. Obviously he is abroad, not bothered about the people of Karnataka.
Let's open this up because the proposal itself has generated a lot of conversation, and like you've been seeing, there are many people who are against this. Like the IT industry, the representatives of IT workers who've gone on and said that this is inhuman. Political parties like the Bharatiya Janata Party in Karnataka, they say that this will in fact lead to job losses. Dr. Nikul Patel of the Congress Party joining us today this evening, and also Dr. Nagendra Rangappa, spokesperson of the BJP. I'd like to go across to Dr. Nikul Patel first. You've been seeing the kind of conversation that has been generated by the proposal itself. The state has gone ahead and said that they are even mulling this because there has been pressure from industry. But are you actually thinking of making this a reality in the state of Karnataka?
See, in the Karnataka, if we see that people of Karnataka had given us a mandate, and if a particular sector of the company is coming with the proposal to the minister, definitely he has to listen anyone who is coming to him. It's our job to listen the demand of the company. Now, if you see, listen, minister, he rightly said that if any idea comes to us, we have to overall think on it, and we have to take the census of everyone. We have to take the thought process of all the stakeholders, and then finally, if it is convenient to everyone, then it will come as a bill. Then it has to go to the cabinet and then assembly.
Okay.
But over here, nothing to right now, nothing has been done. It's only about the idea which the industry people have come with. It's the corporate heads and IT sectors giants who have come with the proposal. Now it's the relation between their employee and themselves.
I get it, Dr.
So right
Patel.
now,
I understand. We've gone through all those responses, but you're also seeing the kind of what one might call possibly a backlash to the very proposal itself. There are people who are saying that this is inhuman. So what is your opinion as the leader of the Congress? Do you back a 14-hour shift or a 14-hour workday?
Definitely not. If you see the working hours of a schedule of any company or any of the industry, it's definitely has to be 8-hour shift, maximum 10 hours, so that it is going like the Congress government is not inhuman, first thing. So we will be looking into the proposal.
Okay.
The proposal doesn't come into the bill. That is what I want to say.
So
we look into every
definitely not, says the Congress, as we even open up the debate. The first reaction coming in from the Congress on the panel is that there are leaders of the Congress who believe that they possibly do not even agree with this 14-hour shift proposal, but because there was pressure from the industry, they went ahead with it. Dr. Nagendra, I will come to you because we've opened up our call lines, and viewers, our call lines are open just for you. Call in and tell us, what do you think about this proposal? Our first caller is calling in from Chennai, and Pradeep is also calling from Bengaluru, but I'd like to go across to Pradeep first. Prakash, if you could just stay on the line, because Pradeep is from Bengaluru. Pradeep, 14-hour shifts. Are you ready for it? What's your take?
Good evening. I come from the HR background. I have been with multinational companies in Bangalore. My first reaction to this is absolute absurd decision. First, they're going to 1/3 of the service industry is going to get unemployed because of the 14-hour shift. 2, I would request the Chief Minister and the employees of the state government to work for 14 hours and deliver rather than asking the IT employees.
Okay. Okay, Pradeep, thank you so much. But Dr. Nikul Patel, sharp reactions coming in, and these are viewers. And this is Pradeep who's calling in from Bengaluru, from where all the chatter, all the discussion, all the conversation around this 14-hour shift proposal has started. Prakash from Chennai also calling us, just coming to you, Dr. Nagendra. Please go ahead, Prakash.
Yeah, see, there are a couple of concerns here. One is majorly the health concern. We see many IT employees today who are, their fertility rates have come down a lot, so it can affect their health. Number two, it's going to cause a severe burnout. People, the staff are going to be demotivated. And number three, I do agree with Shehzad Poonawalla that this is nothing but this will lead to gross unemployment.
Okay.
I think any bill must be tabled after a detailed discussion and after a survey is done.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Nagendra, but point well taken. So, one, health hazard. There will be people who will suffer. And number two, it will lead to unemployment. Voices coming in from the people. Dr. Nagendra, the Congress leader who's on this panel goes on to say they themselves, he as a Congress leader also does not back the very idea of 14-hour shifts, but they also go on to say that they are taking stakeholders on board. They're going to discuss it. There is nothing that has been formalized. Then why are you, trying to create a perception that this is a reality?
See, let me first start by saying it is a inhuman, not only inhuman, it is a draconian bill if it is brought forward. Because it has a lot of repercussions on the psyche and the soma of the individual who is working there. Not only that, the effects on the social fabric, like a mother to the child, a daughter to aged parents, family bonding, what is it going to do there? So 20 lakh employees are involved here. If Mr. D.K. Shivakumar and Santosh Lad say that they are under severe pressure from the industries, what about the 20 lakh employees? What is your role as a government for the 20 lakh employees?
Okay, we'll get the Congress to respond to that. But before I come to you, Dr. Nikul Patel, Hariharan calling in from Chennai. Viewers, our calls are open and our panelists are also here. They're listening to you. So if you want to make a point to those in power, you have an opportunity at this point of time. Hariharan, 14-hour work shifts. What's your take? Okay, Sonali from Bengaluru. Sonali, what's your take? 14-hour work shifts. Are you for it? Do you think it will increase productivity or will it lead to burnout?
Absolutely, it's not going to increase productivity. It is definitely going to lead to burnout. When people are talking of mental health, what is it?
Okay, so we just seem to have lost that line with Sonali, but Dr. Nikul Patel, you've been listening to the reactions. These are callers calling in and they are actually raising concerns over, number one, that this is going to severely affect the health of people. Number two, this will lead to job losses. So seems like you've already sent a message to and there are callers from Bengaluru. Seems like you've already sent a message to the working class in Bengaluru that you are mulling to make this a reality. How will you assuage these concerns that people have?
I would like to let the people of the Karnataka know that you have elected us and we are for you. We are also in the process of bringing the law for Karnataka government, Karnataka people employment. So we are not against any people. My friend was telling about draconian law. We are not like Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi that will impose a law at night 8 p.m. and night 12 p.m. Over here, any proposal comes to a populist government, it's our responsibility to listen everyone. Looking into everything, every parameter, every aspect, there can be no's and yes from that. And finally, in the larger interest of the employee as well as the employer, we will be taking the decision and that will be finalized.
But the minister has said that they even went ahead, they even considered a proposal like this or even are discussing a proposal like this because of pressure from the industry. So if the industry goes ahead and says, no, this is the way forward, will you go ahead with it, Dr. Nikul Patel?
We are not going ahead. That is what I am telling. We are not like BJP thinking in the night and bringing it in the law at night 12 p.m.
Okay.
We are open for every discussion and we are bringing it.
Okay, so Anant is calling in from Bengaluru. Dr. Nikul Patel, you are saying that we are not like the BJP. We will not take any arbitrary decision. We are going to talk to stakeholders. Anant, a proposal for 14-hour work shifts being discussed with stakeholders. The Congress spokesperson on the channel, the Congress leader on the channel says that they are not going to go ahead with it. It's still being discussed. What's your take on this entire matter?
Madam, actually, good evening, madam. And this, I don't know why the Congress spokesperson, what he want to convey on national television, because Congress is becoming they are trying to have a Tughlaq Darbar. In fact, 14 hours work norms, it cannot be acceptable, madam.
Unacceptable is what Anant from Bengaluru says. Dr. Nikul Patel, all the callers who've called in so far are all against this. Seems like public perception, we're only talking about public perception, and you're saying, yes, it's not formal, but even the proposal is triggering these kind of reactions. Gopinath from Chennai, what's your take?
I've got something to say. When the people, the so-called lawmakers, is not allowing the assembly to function, not allowing the parliament to function, how the people are bringing such a law, and especially to the IT sector who is paying the highest tax in the country. I don't understand. Every day they bring a new law, and the next day they will shelve it. What is happening in this country? I'm a very old man. I'm really sorry to say this.
Okay.
Thank you, Jai Hind.
Furious reactions coming in. Hariharan, before I come to you, Dr. Nagendra, furious reactions, Dr. Patel, getting you a sense of what people are thinking today. Hariharan, what's your take?
Yeah, see, the Congress spokesperson was telling, does he have the approval from his India partner, the left? All the trade unions, the leading trade unions, the leftists are having. Whether even the Congress, they have their own trade union, AATUC or the CITU. Have they approved this bill?
Okay, so they are saying no, they have not approved it. It's still under process of discussion. Chitresh from Mumbai also calling in. Gentlemen, I want you to bear with us because it's our viewers who get top priority on this show. Another caller calling in. Chitresh, what's your take?
It is the most inhuman and insensitive approach we have ever seen. Productivity will drop down, health hazards will increase, family bondage will go for a toss. We can't find a more insensitive and inhuman approach than this 14-hour week.
Okay. Chitresh from Mumbai, very clear cut. It was a very, very clear-cut response, Dr. Nikul Patel. Dr. Nagendra, when the Congress or when the state government is saying that they had to come up with this proposal or they even had to initiate discussion on this proposal because there was pressure from the industry and it's still in the works, they're still talking about it, why is it that the BJP is trying to create a perception in the minds of the people that the Congress has gone ahead with this in the state of Karnataka? As per the Congress says, this is far from reality. We are still talking about it.
Number one, my Congress colleague didn't answer my question. What is your concern for the 20 lakh employees that are involved in software industry? Number one. Number two, why then Shivakumar and Santosh Lad are making exuberant statements saying that there is plenty of pressure from the industrialists, so we are going to come out with the bill. So without working out a bill, and if you are claiming that you are not going to present it in the assembly, then why are you bringing this into public domain to divert attention from your Muda scam, from your Valmiki scam, from your SC, STP, DSP plan scam? Your government has totally failed in all fronts. Now you have failed in this front.
I have very little time, Dr. Nagendra, very little time, but I'll give Dr. Nikul Patel the last word. You heard our viewers, you're seeing the questions that are coming in from your opposition, the pressure is only mounting. What do you have to say in brief?
We are with the people of the Karnataka and we will make everything transparent to the people. It's an idea. It's not a bill. Still the bill is not in any process. I would make sure
all right,
with all
it's
the
an idea. It's not a bill, says the Congress on
and
Times
we
Now.
support the 20 lakh employees who are in the industry.
Okay, so
like
this is,
BJP.
the debate is ongoing. The Congress says this is still an idea. It's not a bill. The politics continues. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on this broadcast. Time now for us to take a short commercial break. We'll be back with more news and updates.